Hello there. Welcome. Speak of the Joker. So today is a little different. I'm calling this the Saturday morning cartoons just because as a kid, loved Saturday morning cartoons and thought, what if we can. Sorry, I'm checking my settings too. I'm looking around. What if we can kind of recreate that wake up kind of early? It's 7 a.m. in my time zone. Wake up kind of early and watch something fun, maybe uh, something a little more silly, and also learn a little something because I have prepared. Although I literally just realized I don't have it open, so prepared is loose. But let me look this up. I've prepared actually a conversation about self care. Now I know you're tired of hearing that, so I will speak to it on a level that I'm hoping we all can kind of understand um, and appreciate versus constantly people telling you you need self care and then generally giving you bad advice. So I do have that open, and I'm going to check one more setting, and then we're just going to dive in and start playing this game. Oh, I guess I should go back to the title screen. Motor Town Behind the Wheel. It is an early access game. I purchased it on Steam. I have played only the time attack to get the sound settings kind of right, and to mess with that. So this is not something that I know anything about. I did also spend quite a bit of time triple checking that the controller does in fact work, and it did. Oh, I'm kind of floating. Sorry, it did. And check this out. You see where I am physically, in the game? I'm hoping this is not blocking anything because in my little test, it showed that um, it showed there was kind of like a speedometer and then some other things. So this hopefully will be a good spot. And on theme, well, I guess you can't really see it that well because it's almost green. It's kind of a teal. It's my Mr. Rogers mug. Excuse me, that was a unusually loud slurp, even for me. I did get some feedback from my first stream that there were some sound issues. Well, initially an echo, which I did solve that, but just the quality of the sound. So I actually completely changed my whole setup. You know, you just need that little bit of feedback. No, I did get a new microphone, and I've actually been wanting to do that for a long time. When you're in Zoom meetings for half of your life for work, people will, tell you, hey, oh, this Zoom sounds great. Like, yeah, it sounds great compared to everybody else, but it doesn't sound great for a stream. So I did need to update that. And excuse me while I just clear my feet here. Okay, well, we've got a few minutes to get started, and so I'm just gonna dive right into the game. Hey, the controller is working. I just used the controller. I also have my keyboard and mouse, but I just like playing with the controller. I don't know. I did all this because I just really wanted to get back into PC gaming. There's just some games that were on PC that just weren't available on PlayStation, and I really wanted to dive in and embrace uh, you know computer gaming again. And then I've been playing with the controller like every chance I can get. So oh, one note why I keep kind of like looking down here. The microphone is actually not in a great place. I set this up well about 9 hours ago. So I kind of just got it working. It's not optimized. I also have some non-copyright music I was going to play in the background. This game has music, and let's just go ahead and try this. I found it to... Well, first of all, I didn't know if it's copyright or not. I tried to look it up and I couldn't find that. But then I also... it just got really repetitive. I don't know if there's different stages. So I guess that's on me, but I didn't want to risk it for like literally my second stream ever. So before we dive in to the game and the conversation about self-care that we're gonna do to game. Oh, you know what? So next week, I just didn't have enough time to prepare it. There is another book that I'm going to talk about. Today I'm not talking about a book, but some of the information from that book, I've heard really great things about it. So I'll do a little teaser real quick. Oh yes, How to Train a Wild Elephant. You're thinking, what does that have to do with anything? Well, tune in next week. Okay. So, quick note about, we're going to take a conversational, and hopefully those of you in the chat, okay, there's like one of you in the chat. But if there are more people in the chat at the time, we could also make it a little bit of a conversation, because I don't want to present myself as an expert. I want to present myself as someone who's been exploring some of these mental health issues and challenges in the world. It's something that's related to my work in a way, but I am not any kind of therapist, any kind of professional. So it's more about having a conversation. And what I want to talk about, and we'll say in about an hour 15, kind of midway break. I'm planning to stream for about 3 hours total. So about halfway through, we're going to talk about self-care versus self-soothing. And pluses and minuses of both. There's really no minuses of self-care, but we'll talk about that and what that means, and why people keep saying it, and why it's so annoying that everyone talks about it. Self-care, self-care, self-care. And I do want to give you some concrete examples of things that people say are self-care that are actually not and are possibly destructive. So that's really what I want to talk about. I think once you understand that, I'll again go into at the halfway point of this stream, but once you kind of understand the difference and the importance of each, then I think you'll be able to kind of embrace it a little more when people talk about it, because for a long time I found it very frustrating. People constantly talking about, ooh, self-care, self-care, self-care. And it's like, well, but you're not really saying anything. Also, at any point, hop in, let me know about these audio issues. I don't know if you've ever recorded anything, let alone streamed, which is basically double the variables. Every time I change a setting or something, I test it for 20 minutes. I'll spend a couple hours. I'm adjusting music right now. I'll spend a couple hours just trying to figure out the most minor thing, and then it won't work once I've figured it out. Okay. Here we go, and back to... Okay, I have the chat open. I have to look around my microphone. Touching my microphone. And we're just going to check the audio levels. Okay, so like I said, if at any point there's some weird audio issues, just let me know in the chat. I would really appreciate that. Sometimes it's a little frustrating to be talking for an hour, and then when you listen to the playback, realize that, oh, this is unlistenable. Okay, drive. Wait, back. Race, join. So I don't know anything about this game. If you see this little progress meter, this was any kind of driving. So this is actually I couldn't figure out how to turn with the mouse and keyboard, but just driving forward, driving back, checking the sound levels on time attack. So I allow people to join. Yeah, I'm gonna say no. Let's make this a single player game for now. I have no idea what the online interaction is. So can people come in and start cursing, saying things, or is it like just people join? Okay, and check that audio level. So to me, the audio, the balance between the sound of the game, oops, let me pull over here. The balance between the sound of the game and the music is actually right. So, oh wow, okay, so touching the mouse at all, wow, really messes up the camera. So left bumper R resets camera. I mean, did it? Okay, I don't know what that means. Okay, so we're going with right trigger is gas and left trigger is brake / reverse. So it looks like, and this is something I noticed in my driving back and forth, the gears, I don't know how to change gears. It seems to be an automatic, but they really seem to come into play. So the idea of this being a Saturday morning cartoon chill stream, turn the volume down a little bit. Oh, sorry, I'm just looking at the stream and my hair is disappearing. I think I have some work to do with these lights for the green screen. You know what? I'm not gonna do it then now. You guys don't care. I mean, I don't even. Boy, all right. Let me just try one little thing. Let's go this way. Oh. That one little trick actually seemed to have worked. I'm a little uncomfortable with something working immediately, so I've assumed I've just docked myself. That's all right. Okay. So the point of this game, I mean, my point of playing this game is I'm going to try to do it realistically. I say that now, and then 10 minutes from now, I'm going to be running over a pedestrian or something. But I did this in Grand Theft Auto long before my first stream, where I actually spent... What a weird use of my time in hindsight. But I spent hours trying to obey traffic laws and not hit people. So I'm not going to be obeying traffic laws, but I am going to try not to hit people. So we're going to try to make this a G-rated stream here. It's Saturday morning cartoons. Okay, so pick up hitchhiker. You can give a ride to hitchhiker. Find them on the roadside. So, I mean, just initial advice, don't pick up hitchhikers. So where I grew up in a very, looks like in the bottom left there's a little GPS. Okay, I said it's going to be realistic, and then I'm driving in the grass and can't get out. Okay, so this is not a very powerful car. I mean, this is a... Oh no. Am I damaging the car? So it looks like on the bottom there's well, it looks like a radiator, I guess, and an engine block. So those might indicate damage. And then the meter, well, there's gas. That one's a little more obvious. And then next to it, I believe that is oil temperature. And the... looks like the gauges are in metric, which is great. I don't know it, but I really should. I mean, we really should be better at metric here. I live in the United States. It's just not our thing. Okay, these people are at a bus stop. Oh, no, they are not. Okay, there's a little store on the map down there. All right, I'm looking around. Okay, I'm on the road, and just like real life, you want to stay on the road. Cars don't really work that well off the road. Is this guy going to go? Is this like real life? Oh, okay. Oh, much like real life, I've missed my turn. Okay, watch this. I'm not driving off the road. I wouldn't mind if there was a way to... Okay. Wait, I thought the map was telling me to go this way. Okay. Okay, I'm here, and the pedestrian, or the hitchhiker, which again, I'm driving on the other side of the road. Okay. This is my attempt for a realistic driving experience, and I've just broken so many laws. I will be breaking speeding and stop sign laws. So just so we're clear. I cannot... I don't think I have the patience for that, even in a video game. Okay, but much like the one day I drove for Lyft, you do have to turn around the right way to pick somebody up. Hitchhiker, up? Can you give me a ride? Okay, I'm going to use the mouse here. So, according to Steam, this is partial controller support. This is, I guess, that kind of thing that's not controller support. Can you give me a ride? Where? Okay, so that's my home. Oh, wow. Other side of town. Look at this wiggly road. I mean, I'd probably rather go this way. That seems a little out of the way. So, new quest, deliver hitchhiker. Okay. So if I'm getting paid, he's not a hitchhiker. I guess hitchhikers can contribute. Okay, well, I grew up in a very rural area, and when I was younger, hitchhiking was very normal. So I did stop, just because I needed to look left. However, around the time that I moved out of that area, hitchhiking had become not normal. And there were some pretty good reasons as to why. That is a horrible turn. So I don't know if you can read those little controller tips on the stream, but I'm looking at this full screen 1080p, I guess. I have things turned down so they stream better, but I can barely see the buttons. Oh, it's nighttime. Oh no. Okay, let me figure out how to turn on headlights. I've figured out how to turn on the blinker. We call them blinkers here. I'm in California. In other parts of the country, they call them other things. Indicator is actually push left trigger. Indicator is actually the right word. Oh, it says it right there. Light? Was that there before? Wow. There's also an autopilot that looks like LB. Oh, this is embarrassing. Why am I driving so bad? Okay, I should... Okay, the camera is not auto-following. There we go. I should let everybody know that I used to be a professional driver. Alright, this car is terrible. Oh, why did I take this way? Foreshadowing. I was looking at the map going, well, why would you drive that road when this other road is available? And then here I am on this road. Oh, but look, I can take this. See, this guy's pulled over. I was watching the movie Psycho, the original, right? I know there are others. I don't know if they're any good or not, so I don't want to tell you otherwise. But let me just tell you, I don't know if conversation about Psycho is G-rated, but it's one of those movies that's a lot better than you think because, oh, okay. So that little 6 where it's red, those of you who are not professional drivers, it's called redlining. You don't want to do that. I'm only going 70 kilometers an hour, though. That, if my conversion is accurate, which it is not, it's not very fast. Oh, that's the speed limit, too. Okay. Why is... Oh, I'm in second gear. Why am I in second gear? I thought this was an automatic. Okay, sorry. I'm driving. This is why you can't use your cell phone and drive. I'm driving all over the road just trying to look at a tooltip on the screen. So now it's in... So when I slow down... Okay, so there's the cop. So, like, just chill, everybody. I'm going to go this way, but it looks like I can also go that way. If I'm reading the indicator correctly, but I'm not going to. Is it possible that this car only has first, second, neutral, and reverse? Alright, I'm going to start pushing buttons and see what happens. So, those are for... Oh! The very first button I pressed is dive out of the vehicle. Oh, you know what's so funny about my... Oh, excuse me, officer. Okay, so in real life, 100% would be lights turned on. Oh. Wow, my stream dropped. I've never seen that before. Well, that's exciting. Oops. Huh. Bitrate looks great. Alright. Oh! I'll just let all these people pass. So, we did discover one thing as I dove out of the vehicle, which is D-pad down. So if you're playing with the controller, don't dive out. Okay, so D-pad down. Left and right are indicators. What's up? Does up change gears? Because I was thinking up and down would change gears. Yeah, I should be shifting gears cruising like this between 3,000 and 4,000 RPMs. So that I really don't understand why there's only 2 gears. But it could just be a limitation of this vehicle. It also turns like a boat. Oh boy. How do you honk? Oh no, that's lights. How do you honk? Oh, we got a chat. Oh, here we go. I figured out how to honk. So this wouldn't be my old commute to work without a lot of honking and bumping. Look how close these vehicles are. Okay, now that one's my fault. The one in front of me. But the guy behind me, that's on him. But so far, this is the most realistic driving experience ever in a game. You're sitting at a stoplight and the person behind you bumps you. And nobody cares. Oh, look at that. Oh, sorry. I went into reverse and everybody behind me did immediately. So this is a game. Sorry, I don't want to keep saying things like this is a game where when I've been playing for 20 minutes and have just no idea if I'm doing everything correctly. But so far, I have not figured out how to stop. I can just put it in neutral. Wait. So one press is neutral. One press is first. I think I know how to get out of second gear, which is... Okay, let's look. Oh, traffic clear. This is... I don't know where this road's supposed to be, but that would not be a legal turn where I live. So the indicator, or blinker as I call it, will not turn off automatically. Okay. I can get out of second gear. Is it only automatic? Because I thought if I... Alright, where's fourth? Oh, I can... Wow, okay, so... I can switch between first... Oh, and my car is on fire. Okay, so I just let go of the gas and I'm just cruising. Okay, so this is a real problem with the car here. And this is what I was about to say. I should be switching gears between 3,000 and 4,000 because constantly being up high at this red line means my car is going to overheat. But I don't... All right, let's just investigate. Controls. All right, we're going to investigate how clutch. Period. That's... You push the clutch to change gears, but is that handbrake A? You know how earlier when I said I shouldn't say things like this is a game where? Well, this is a game where I didn't know how to brake, but it's A. So, clutch being period is... It looks like how you change gears. So U shifter off. Shift select as switch off. Character movement, we don't care about that. So if I am understanding this correctly, currently, it is an automatic, and it should be steering itself? Or, I mean, it should be shifting itself. Use mouse wheel as throttle. Wow, that sounds like a really difficult way to play a game. Alright, well, you know what? YOLO here. The camera view. Oh. 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 Sorry. Again, flashback to the I'm going to try to drive like a real person as I plow through things. Oh, no, you're good. You're in the other lane. I'm just stopping on the freeway. Is there a reason that you wanted to change lanes to get in front of me? Okay, there we go. If I hold down A, I'm in park. Okay, so I want to pick up this hitchhiker. Oh, he's going back to where I just came. You know what? We're going to do it because I want to test... And first of all, it's near my home. And we're going to want to test going a path that the game doesn't tell me to go. We're going to test that. Okay, so in terms of quest marker... Okay. Alright, okay, this one's not on me. This little traffic incident here this is a get out and exchange information. And I can tell you, as someone who's been in a couple accidents, none of them my fault. Okay, this car does not turn. Anyways, my point is, insurance would rule that probably 50-50. And probably so would a court. Because I was stopped illegally. And then I pulled out into traffic. So, it'd be partially my fault.
Thank you very much.
New quest. Use drive drift mode. Say that 10 times. You can change the vehicle's drive mode by pressing B. Comfort mode is relaxing. That's what we're trying to do. Automatic uses higher gear, and escape makes the car stable. Brake becomes slow and weaker. How is that comfortable? Okay, sport mode, automatic uses higher RPM. Okay, so it is my understanding that we're currently in comfort mode, and it says automatic uses higher gear, which, the way I read that, not being like a car person, but someone who has driven a lot, and I used to have a stick shift too, is the gear would kick in at those RPMs that I'm talking about. So it's going to be using 4th and 5th gear long before you would at sport mode. Drift mode holds gear while drifting. Okay, so they want me to use drift mode. You can always override drift mode by using burnout. B. Thanks for the ride. Okay, got 100 EXP. I didn't get any money. Sorry. The clarity of the background when you're looking at the quest is bad. Am I level 2? Okay, I still have $0. I'm hoping I'm in the tutorial because... Oh, look at this. Okay. So they actually want me to go this path now. Or maybe that's the way I actually did go. So driving up this middle area here, this would have just been a nightmare. First of all, this car can't turn. But second of all, is this... I'm sorry. I don't recognize these towns. Well, I don't want to try to pronounce some of these because I am terrible at languages, including my own. Okay, so I keep pressing the wrong button. All right, so we're going to drive this guy back off. I still have no money, so hopefully I don't need money to buy gas? Hopefully there's not a credit system, or this will become a stream about proper financing. Which, I wonder if I could do a stream about credit cards. Let me know in the comments when this video is posted if you want to stream about different credit cards. Credit card points. One of my hobbies. I'm sorry, autopilot? Is that left bumper Y? Okay, so the button said autopilot, but now once I've selected it, it says cruise control. So is this some, like, fake autopilot where people start to drink their coffee and not pay attention and end up drifting all over the road? Yes, it is. Okay. This is just cruise control, which, uh-oh. What? New quest. Drive pickup truck. Find a pickup truck and drive it. No, I'm dropping somebody off. Right before I stopped, I started to smoke, but before I smoked, I noticed that my oil temperature was going up again. So here's what we're going to do, because this is a real driving simulator. Park. Okay. We're going to pull over the side of the road and let our car cool off. I never finished my story about Psycho and why I'm discussing that while talking about a driving simulator. So the original Alfred Hitchcock Psycho, if you have not seen it, you know one major key part, because it's just part of society. It is interwoven into our cultural landscape. The shower scene. I will say no more. If you have not seen it, you still know that, but it is worth watching. It's a very different movie than what you think. And if you can find somebody, probably somebody younger, obviously still an adult, it's still a violent movie, it's still kind of a scary movie in that way. If you can find somebody younger who doesn't even know that kind of cultural reference, okay, looks like the temperature is not going down anymore, so I'm going to start driving while I finish this story. It is worth watching the movie with them, but the old cars in that movie, they were modern cars at the time, first of all, they drive like this, so take that for what you want. And actually, speaking of that, let me turn into... Oh, now I'm in comfort mode? Oh, geez. I might be an idiot. I think I was in sport that whole time, complaining about the car overheating. Okay, well, anyways. The old cars in there, when it was raining, the actual main character, and it was totally all the other characters reacting to her telling the story, it was totally normal. She was like, oh, the weather's so bad, I'm going to pull over and hang out on the side of the road. I'm going to take a different road back. Okay, cool. The game updates immediately. And if you look in the corner there, yeah, it actually says, go ahead. So back to the movie. It says try drift mode, but I don't, that's my quest. I have tried it. I'm drifting. Do I get points? Again, back to my realistic driving. Oh, excuse me. School bus, ambulance, all these like important vehicles. So yeah, you just pull over if the weather's too bad, and it kind of made me think of this game when it turned to night and I just couldn't see. It's like, yeah, just pull over. Okay, I'm now in... Okay, again, very realistic driving scenario. This person wants to turn right. They did not prepare, so they last second cut over. And now they're frustrated having to stop. This is like road rage. Cuts off a school bus. That's perfect. That's exactly what driving's like. Okay, I'm now in comfort mode, and look at this. I'm at 4th gear at 60 kilometers an hour, where before I was at 2nd gear going into the red line at 70. So this is way better. I don't know if braking... Oh, excuse me. I don't know if braking and turning are any better, but at least my car won't be overheating. Okay, so this is... Wow, I am just looking forward to upgrading car. I'm going to drop this person off, and then I'm going to check out that pickup quest. I kind of thought maybe I was in the tutorial still, because money seems to be a part of this game, and I seem to have none. And I kind of thought the hitchhikers would pay me. But... that wouldn't be hitchhiking. So that actually makes sense that they didn't pay me. They just said, see you later. So this road is way better. So I'm glad I did not take the optimal way. It's like if you've ever used Waze and you're like, where are you taking me, Waze? Never mind, I'll just go one more exit on the freeway. When I used to have a 100-mile one-way commute for a decade, so I have done a lot of driving. And when Waze first came out, it was like, whoa, a revolution. But before they optimize it and before Google bought them, it was literally where you... Oh, that speed bump didn't do anything. Oh, Oh, that one did. Okay. I was expecting the speed bump to do something, but back to Waze. When Waze first came out, I was on top of it because I drove a lot. But they would actually have you exit the freeway and then get right back on as a way to basically avoid the stop and go traffic of the freeway, which, at least where I live, is illegal. That's called avoidance of traffic. So if you take an exit and get back on for the sole purpose of avoiding traffic, you can get a ticket for that. Whoa! Almost hit that guy. So far, I have done 0 serious injuries and 0 pedestrians. So there's another hitchhiker. So not gonna... I am not used to the turning in this game still. Excuse me, officer. Speaking of things that'll get you pulled over, they'll at least want to look at you. Okay, so...
Thank you very much.
I have goodwill. Who's to complain about goodwill? I have goodwill and 100 XP. Okay, that's not my fault. Yes, I'm on the wrong side of the road, but he almost hit a pedestrian also. Okay, I have to figure out how to make money in this game. Find, pick up, and drive it. Okay. So that looks like now my active quest. Okay. Oh. Keep pushing the wrong button. Where's the pickup? Okay, great. Well, I'm really glad I came all the way back here because I don't have to drive to the other side of this little island now. The turning's so bad that I'm just like literally going to reverse. Sorry. I know I could use some goodwill, but... Or actually, I don't know if I could use some goodwill. I have no idea what that does in this game. Oh no! What happened? Oh. You see? Look at this. You know, in some ways, this game is very realistic. This car here, which is a duplicate of my car, thought, I can pass this bus. And they got into an accident, and I am... Excuse me. I'm just going to take a little coffee break while I sit here. There we go. So I guess we're going to assume that that was like the tow truck picked them up. Excuse me, I have the right of way. Although it's true, I do have the right of way in that situation. I also was stopped on the road for no reason. So I can understand his confusion. I'm at half a tank of gas, so if I don't get money... The turning... Gongju? I will not try to pronounce the names. Huh. Okay. That makes me a little worried about this town. He saw this town slammed on his brakes and turned around and left. That's not another player, is it? Because that's how I drive. I believe I turned multiplayer off. Okay, here we go. So these little squares, does this mean I can park here? Should park here? I mean, it's a parking spot, so I guess... That's kind of... Oh! It turned green. Oh! That means something. Okay. Summon vehicle. Vehicles in a parking space. Other players cannot steal it if it's locked. Okay, so Okay, so that's the point of a parking space, is people can't steal your vehicle. Okay. I have multiplayer turned off for now, because I'm just learning the game. So, exit vehicle. Excuse me. You know, I actually have a red hoodie. Doesn't fit as well as it used to, but I could dress just like this guy. You know what? Maybe if I play this game again, I'll dress up. I don't know about that beanie though. I like my hair. I do have one of these. It's a little not really on theme though. No, I'm not gonna do that. Okay. Alright. So now it wants me to drive pickup truck. I guess I already own this truck. Drive. Hey, here we go. Pick up cargo. Find warehouses and pick up cargo. Hey, right now, with everything going on, if more people want to take up this business, I say go for it. It's literally right there. Watch me back in like a pro. My brother be laughing at that. He knows how terrible I am at that. All right, we'll call that where I meant to be. Pick up delivery. Whoa, okay. Lots of options. Oh, and they're going away. So we have a residential Apple delivery. Amount 5. So I'm guessing this vehicle has a certain kind of load. So there's distance, amount. So these are changing real time. So I think that kind of encourages you to pick kind of quickly. So look at this. This is the second biggest dollar amount, but it is actually the closest. Okay. Yep. Oh, look at this. There's a little timer now. Expires in 49 seconds. So does the whole job expire or this list? There's no way it's this list. Oh, I'm sorry. That expires is actually right next to specifically the individual things. So I should have been paying more attention to that. All right. We're going to sort by pay. 2.5 kilometers, 1.4. Oh, that's the one that I saw before. Okay. Load. So this is a 1. Is there any way to see? Oh, when you click on the map down here, you can see. So is there anything close to this? I actually don't want to drive all the way up that mountain, so I'm good. I'm good on this. I'll just go to another warehouse, or there might be new jobs at that time. I have such a hard time driving that the thought of driving all the way up this to get here, this sounds horrible. So this is already going to be hard enough. And I can picture... Okay. So while on the way, I'm going to check out these hitchhikers, too. Which, again, in terms of real-life advice, don't hitchhike or pick up hitchhikers. I feel like that's a... Oh, wow. I did not secure my cargo. Okay. Okay. This, let me say, this game's got a little realism to it. Okay. Oh, no. It's a power box. How do I... Okay, that's where the realism's a little off, is it just can put... Right. Oh, it could just put it right back in, but I have straps. Oh, look at that damage. Oh, no. You're holding a cargo strap. You can fasten cargo with this. This is not a cargo. There we go. Okay, I was like, oh, it definitely is a cargo. Wow, that is... Let me say, bravo, Motortown. Oh, you know what? I just realized. Do I have the name of the stream? Motortown, behind the wheel. Perfect. Okay, bravo, Motortown. I am notoriously bad at strapping cargo. Oh, can I do more straps? No. Can I get in? Yes. So this is not my normal skill set, but I do. You can turn headlights on using L. So now it tells me the first time it went into the night cycle, I couldn't see anything. That speed bump does nothing. These do. Let's hit this at top speed, see what happens. Not much. You know, the steering's bad, the acceleration's bad, everything's bad, but boy, the suspension is like, I don't know, a Bentley or something. Or people tell me. I obviously don't own one. A Hyundai. So, right off the bat, this vehicle here, this truck, has better turning. Dare I say better acceleration? Yeah, it has a way better feel. Okay, so there's some information down at the bottom of the screen. It says new top speed. Okay, so just some other random person I don't know got a top speed. Okay, I don't really think you need that in a driving game. I guess if you were playing multiplayer. Wow, this is very dark. This is not how light works. You know, at least for me, I can see a little better when I'm driving than this. I wonder if how do I go into first-person mode? I wonder if it would be better. My famous last words. Oh, I leveled up. I'm level 3 now. Don't know what that does, but I'm assuming it's better than being level 2. Wow, I am literally going 40 kilometers an hour. And the speed limit is 60, so... And now I'm driving on the wrong side of the road. Boy, these mountain roads. This is like if you drive in, if you're in California and drive like into the foothills or up to the mountains of any kind, you're gonna be on a lot of roads like this. If you go up north and drive to the coast. Well, welcome. I have multiple viewers now, so thanks for coming in. I will reiterate the kind of purpose of this stream, which is Saturday morning cartoons. I guess I envision not children watching, more people my age, but kind of the reliving that morning routine where you wake up and you're kind of excited. It was, I mean, probably the like highlight of my week. I would wake up probably an hour before any actual cartoons were on and watch, you know, Spider-Man. Man, when Spider-Man and X-Men were both on, if you're my age, just almost 40, then you may have lived this experience, which is the greatest time, you know, overlapping like year and a half when I think they were both on back to back. Neil Patrick Harris's Spider-Man. Had no idea at the time that was Doogie Howser, but that's kind of cool. I'm driving so slow. I believe there's an option to disable night or to change how it works, but we gotta be semi-realistic here. So yeah, the purpose of the stream is just kind of like a chill thing. I kind of envision maybe you're making your coffee. And you're just going to hang out. And about halfway through, we're going to do a little break. Today's topic. And I guess I should edit the stream info. You know, I'll do that when I talk about it. But we're going to talk a little bit about self-care, self-soothing, what the difference is, why everybody keeps talking about it, and why it's actually not annoying. because people talk about it nonstop. It's just one of those buzzwords that you're probably sick of hearing, as I was. And you know, when I look into it, when I read into it, I actually there's a lot of science behind it, and some things I've learned through my work in education that are really relevant, especially right now, and especially also if you have some kids at home and you have a little extra challenge. So I will link, I guess, I don't know where, show notes. I know, this is only my second stream, but I will link some actually really good resources, and I'll tell you about them too. So we're gonna do that right about in a half an hour. We're gonna do a little conversation about self-care, self-soothing, the difference, and why it's actually not the most annoying topic in the world. And I'll link some resources as well. But before that, we're just gonna play this chill driving simulator game with some royalty-free music playing in the background that I thought would be appropriate for the game. The game had its built-in music, but I actually wasn't sure. Okay, so it wants me to have a new quest, drive a taxi. So a taxi is just like the hitchhiking, except I get paid, I'm assuming. I'm gonna not do that yet. Level up to driver level 2. You get driving experience by driving any vehicle. Okay. Let's drop this cargo off first, and then we'll see how we feel. Oh, I already did. And I have the money. I have 448. Why did I not get the whole amount? Profit share to vehicle owner, 200. I don't know how to get that log back that tells me all those details, but completed? Deliver cargo? Oh man, I really wanted to read the rest of that. So apparently I pay for the use of this vehicle, which what's that? 30% of the delivery? That actually seems pretty reasonable. All right, let's see what's available to pick up. Okay, this one expires in 13 seconds, so we're going to look at that. I think I want to go back to the town, and that's exactly where that is. So that's a maybe. That's a no. That's a maybe. All right, I don't want to go any farther north. I actually just really hate this road. So the biggest dollar one going that way. Load. Oh. Oh, it's apples. So I can do mini apples. Load. 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 Oh, boy, I wish I had noticed that earlier. That probably would have helped. Here's some more apples. They're going to roughly the same place. Load. Load. Okay, so that's my maximum. They're 5k each, and although it's dark, I have 6, so I have 30 kilograms. There we go. It's full. Now, here's a question. Do I need to cargo strap those down? Exit vehicle. You're holding a cargo strap, and you can fasten cargo with this. Thank you. That's what I was trying to do. Actually, I can't see in the back. Here we go. Oh, boy. This is too realistic here. You know what? If this were my real job for the day, I would not half do it. So let me pull into this little light here. You thought I was going to hit that. So did I. Okay, watch this. Okay, look at this. I am a professional driver. Okay, that didn't put it in park, but the game did for me. Oh! Interesting. I have one strap. Unhook trailer. Drop cargo. I don't want to drop cargo. I want to... Okay. Drop cargo. Oh, no. How do I put it back in the truck? Oh. Oh, here we go. Cargo. You're already holding cargo. Perfect. I truly don't know how to put this back in. This is embarrassing. You cannot enter the vehicle holding cargo. What if I put it here? Oh, fuel pump. Oh, I have money now, so I can actually fuel up. This is, like, embarrassing to, like, not be able to. You're already holding cargo. That's right. Drop cargo. You cannot drop the item here. What about right here? There's gonna be, like, people watching this. Oh, there are people watching this. I'm sorry, everybody. Okay, let me make a guess that being too close to that gas pump is restricting which options I have. So I will, you know, with the giant power supply that I had, or whatever it was, I pushed cargo and it immediately teleported back into the vehicle. Oh, I can jump! Oh, whole time. There we go. Perfect. So let me strap that down. This is not cargo. Oh, it definitely is cargo. But I might be out of strap? So I seem to have strapped most of them down. So we're going to assume what that means is they're all gonna stay? Boy, I really hope the sun comes up soon. Because, oh! Whoa, I'm having a little more trouble turning. That can't be from the weight. This is 6 boxes of apples. That, I mean, I don't know what kind of truck this is, but there's no way that that has that big of an impact. Okay. Well, it's also not my truck, so we're going to try not to damage it, and... Wow, yeah, I'm really struggling to turn here. You know, without any kind of foreshadowing here. Oh, I'm dropping frames again. That's super weird. I intentionally upgraded my internet just for you. No, actually, I mean, it's for me, but... Alright, I have not damaged this truck, but I do drive off-road a little. Oh, you know, I strapped most of them down, even the one that's upside down. Okay. Although I don't remember agreeing to the terms of service, apparently I do need to pay a percentage of my delivery gains to the owner of this truck. So... Also, feel free to jump in the chat and just let me know how the sound is. I find that balancing the music and game noise and audio is kind of one of my biggest challenges. I also have it set to reduce the volume when I'm talking, but I don't have a way to know how effective that is until I watch this back. So yeah, let me know. Alright, I'm going to pass these people, which is... Actually, watch this. Without damaging the truck. There we go. Like I said, I'm going to drive very realistic. This is a chill morning driving simulator here. Actually, I don't know if I finished my thought about Saturday morning cartoons, but I do envision this stream being something that you might put on while you're making coffee, making breakfast. Maybe see a game that's kind of chill. I have never, I want to say never? Yeah, I've never in my life intentionally played a game to relax. Unless we're talking about something like Fallout 3, I just absolutely loved that game. So it's not any kind of a relaxing game, but it was a game I knew I would enjoy. Almost hit the guardrail, but I didn't. So the purpose of this for me, this is literally the first time I'm playing. I turned this game on last night in kind of like a demo mode just to test the sounds and stuff. But this, the idea behind the kind of Saturday morning cartoons chill stream is, yeah, just something to relax. Like, you know, you're not gonna come here and find, you know, an esport game. I don't think I even own any. I did play Fortnite when I had some friends over one time, and I actually did win. I won the very first time I ever played, even though it was embarrassing. And I went back to retrieve the recording, and it's not possible once they update the game, and they did that immediately after. I spent a lot. If anybody knows how to retrieve that now, I found some. Oh, that was close. I found some old posts about how to do it that don't work anymore. So that was probably one of the greatest gaming moments of my life that no one will ever see. Okay, yeah, but so yeah, the theme of this is just chill. Okay, 165 per apples, and the owner of the truck gets 51. So to me, it seems like apples, because you can load so many, are way more profitable than the big kind of power junction supply box that I dropped off before. But yeah, looks like the owner gets a third. A little bit less than a third. What is that, 25%? That's not my thing. Which is sort of true. It is my job. I'm in finance. Okay. Okay, I'm just checking some stats here, trying to figure out why the bit rate seems to be struggling. Excuse me. Okay. So this is the perfect time. Actually, don't have a way to indicate a break. Okay. So let me do one more quest, one more mission, one more hiccup or something. I guess for the purpose of the game and learning the game, I will go ahead and do the taxi. But the pickup truck seems to be, so far, a great way to make money. So it is not my pickup truck, though. I think I own the car, but not the pickup truck. So I should put the pickup truck back where I picked it up? Yeah? Trying to be realistic, but that's my first time damaging the vehicle. Oh man, so many close calls, and then that. Okay, so this is not my a trailer, meaning I could do more. Okay, we're going to investigate that later, because right now I'm not trying to make the most efficient money. I'm trying to learn how to play the game. So summon vehicle, exit vehicle. Okay, so this is my vehicle. This has my name on it. This does not. It's interesting. It seems like these are all... they're all available for me to use, but they don't indicate the amount of money that they charge. So this is like 30%, 25% of your deliveries. I wonder if that's true for the rest of these. I'm going to just try one thing. This vehicle should be the hardest vehicle to drive here. So I'm going to pop in and see if it's a... there we go. That's exactly what I was looking for. There's a level requirement. Truck level 15 and just driver level 30. Okay, that actually makes a lot of sense because although I consider myself an excellent driver, doesn't everybody? There's no way I would just hop in a vehicle like this and be like, yeah, let's do this. So let me briefly, I'm going to edit the stream info. And the reason is in about 10 minutes. Well, let's just say not 10 minutes. But let's say after the taxi mission, we're going to talk about self-care. And I have mentioned this a couple times so far, but if you have not joined us, self-care is one of those like hot issues where it's like, oh, self-care, self-care, self-care. What does it actually mean? Does it mean the way people talk about it? And I want to say no immediately. Depends who you're talking to. Here. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to edit the stream info here. And boom. So I don't know if I should also change it to like just chatting. You know, I am just brand new to stream. This is literally my second stream ever. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to go pick up the taxi. We're going to do the taxi delivery, drop off, pick up, I guess all of those things. And then we're going to just have our chat. So that'll be right after this. Should I run there? 200 meters. Is there, you can teleport to your house. Really? Oh, okay. So, you know what? Actually, well, first of all, that's not any closer, but sure, let's do it. How do I teleport? Teleport. B. And click on it. So I'm using a controller, so there's no clicking. So let me pull over my mouse and click on it. Cost $100. Okay, so I have $1,100 after doing 2 deliveries that I guess in-game took me like 9 or 10 hours. So 10% of what you make to teleport in an average working day. I mean, that would be a great value if teleportation was real. But it's not a great value for saving myself 10 seconds of running. Okay, I'm just gonna clear my throat a little, so let me mute. Excuse me, small bit of aspiration. Oh, for my coffee. So if anybody cares, actually, let me talk to you about things going down the wrong pipe. This is water. We're going to talk about that when we talk about self-care. That's That's my water. This is my coffee. There's a reason for that. So when you swallow something wrong or it goes down the wrong pipe, like towards your lungs, you really should really clear your throat. Take that second if you need to mute, if you need to excuse yourself, and just really, really get that out. Because that'll actually, that's how people get pneumonia. Now, if you're young and healthy, then, you know, it's really not that big of a deal. But it's a good habit to get into. And people handing you water while you're doing that, or people say like, oh, here, drink something. You've swallowed something wrong. No, you don't need liquid. You need the opposite. You don't need things going down. You need things coming up back into the right place. So that's that is secondhand professional advice right there. I am a professional of nothing that we'll ever talk about, so I can only give you secondhand professional advice. Okay, so new quest, pick up passengers. Okay, so let's. Oh, now that the little log down there, which I don't know how to access. Nope. Okay, all the buttons do tiny things. The rate seemed a little lower. Okay. Where's this passenger? Are you kidding me? Is this... Wait. Who's my passenger? Oh, pick up any passenger. Oh. Is this the same as a hitchhiker? That's interesting. So if I'm driving my personal vehicle, this person's a hitchhiker. But if I'm driving a taxi, they're going to pay for it? Oh, wait. No, my destination's up here. Oh, okay. Hitchhikers are thumbs. Taxis are thumbs that the person has a taxi over their head. Okay. Excuse me. Again. 1 second. Boy, I really hope that didn't go. I really hope this mute button works. I got a mute button. Accept passenger. Okay. Wow. Okay. So that's a lot of money, but in this game, 5 kilometers is a huge distance because that delivery I did was less than 2, and that took me a very long time. So I'm a little curious. We're going to go for it. I said I'd go for it. I'm trying to learn the game. We're doing it, but I'm not super stoked. Let's put it that way. So where is this person going? Okay, they're going all the way up here. But this was literally double my money. So... And then I could teleport back to my house for 100, which would be 10% of that. And I don't have to drive up this crazy mountain road. I can go around, which I will do. Excuse me. Oh. Wait, he didn't hit me. My car's been rolling back this whole time. Okay. So this passenger, it also said the drive mode required is comfort, which is perfectly fine with me because as far as I can tell, comfort means the car acts relatively normal and the other modes are the car acts insane and you're unable to drive. So, yeah, I'll go with comfort. I wonder how the passenger will feel if I crash or if I speed or if I break other laws. I don't know how sophisticated this game is. It's still early access, and all games take these trade-offs. Even games that are trying to be realistic, there's still things about them that are not realistic because that would be very annoying and not entertaining at all. You'll hear, like, game designers talk about this, but games always have to have challenges, which is, like... Oh! So I slammed on the brakes, and he said, oh boy. So I wonder if that is going to affect it. Can I pick up more than one person at a time? Oh, this is such a bad idea. Accept passenger. Okay, so I'm gonna not do it because I was hoping the game would tell me where this person's going. But it is a farther distance and they're paying more, so I wonder if it is really just the payment is based solely off the distance they're traveling. Okay, I don't know if you could hear that, probably not because I was talking over it, but when I made that kind of crazy turn, the passenger said, "Oh, oh, up at the top, there's a little comfort indicator. So there's 2 squares. Is that like out of 8? And I've already, oh boy, I wish I could, if somebody could, oh, now he's yelling at me, be careful. If somebody could go back and tell me if that bar was more full before or less full. Oh, and in the bottom, oh, there's so many things on the UI that are giving me hints, and I am not looking at them at all. There's a blue dot at the bottom. Oh, good, I'm not covering it up. Be careful. Oh, look at that. I slam on the brakes, he goes forward. So that's kind of like, you could think of that as like his head position. And if you get too far to the edge, that's an uncomfortable feeling. That's actually a really elegant way to kind of indicate how a passenger might be comfortable. Like, yeah, you can speed, but as long as it's kind of a constant acceleration, it's not going to be, you know, head jerking or flying back. Yeah, so even little turns like this, he's... Oh, no. I wanted to be realistic, but I should not be playing in night mode. Oh... Actually, I should turn down the lights in the room. That might... Oh. Oh, I just slammed into a tree because I was looking over at my lighting. Ironically, though, because I had slowed down... Excuse me, boss. It was my fault. I entered the road from the shoulder, so it was my job to make sure the traffic was clear. However, as a bus driver and a professional, be careful. He really should have been paying attention. So I waited at this stoplight or stop sign rather for like 20 minutes at the beginning of the stream. So we're gonna just go ahead and pass that vehicle. So the comfort is still 2 squares. So I either haven't improved anymore or haven't screwed up anymore. I guess I'll take either. I wish the little bitrate indicator on the stream was a little more, I don't know, nuanced, I guess. Or I guess there was a way that the number would be next to it, because it'll read like a flat line. And I'll be like, oh, that's great, it's a flat line. And then it turns out, oh, it's a flat line that's been underperforming constantly. Oh, top speed. Here we go. Am I breaking some kind of record? I'm not overheating. The passenger's comfortable. Oh, and now I'm downhill. Okay, I'm actually not going to make this turn because I want to see how fast I can go. Whoa. I'm still not overheating. Okay, and... Hey, I leveled up. Oh, shoot. Worth it. Okay, how off track am I? You know, this is actually not a terrible way to go, especially considering the amount of speed I gained. If I can get out of the grass. These vehicles don't have a lot of traction and torque. I wonder how much is my driving level and how much is my just the game settings itself. I'm driver level 4, but it looks like up at the top, I'm taxi level 1 still. Boy, I'd love to pick up another passenger if it would tell me where they're going, because wouldn't that be convenient? Maybe that's the way that it's realistic. This is not Uber or Lyft. Like I pick them up and then I find out where they're going. So I don't get to decide if that's efficient or makes sense. So this was originally going to be 1,100 coins, and so let's see how much my erratic driving. I don't like to use erratic. Let's say poor driving, because it wasn't as if I decided to be a terrible driver. I just am a terrible driver. And again, back to the realism. Those people pulling out like that, they were in the wrong, and that happens all day, every day. Look at this. I'm using my blinker. First time in a 10-minute ride, 20-minute ride. Okay, here we go. Oh, that guy looks just like me.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so satisfaction, 2 stars. Okay, it doesn't say out of how many, but I'm guessing that was the meter up at the top. You can get... Okay, here we go. You can get taxi experience by transporting taxi passengers. Taxi levels required to drive premium taxi. There we go. We do love a tooltip. So, profit sharing to vehicle owner 31%. That seems higher than the truck, but that's... They didn't give me this little screen. So I wonder if my experience goes higher. It's probably based primarily off how long the trip is, but I wonder if there is a multiplier or a variance for the satisfaction. Okay, do I get another... Let me pull over, right? Trying to be safe. Pull over inside a bus stop. Safety first. Let's see, is there a mode? So this game has been giving me quests pretty much back to back. So I drove a truck. I drove a taxi. And I was kind of hoping he'd give me another quest, because I don't like the taxi quest. Okay, well, now's the perfect time to take a little break to talk about the self-care versus self-soothing that I was going to talk about. So let me... Oh boy, don't hit this person. I'm going to pull over. I'm going to pull into a parking spot. And we're gonna have that conversation. And I really hope... I hope it's interactive. If you want to hop in, all few of you. Let's put it that way. Okay, so can I park here? Parking space. Park? You can only park your own vehicle. Okay. So this is not my vehicle. So much like a movie from the 50s, it is too dark to drive, so I'm going to pull over. And I'm going to change some settings. So I want to just have a real quick conversation. Let's see what this looks like. Boop. Boop. Oh boy, I really hope this works. Wow, that does not look great. It is very difficult to have a conversation when things look super weird like that. I'm going to change real time here. Some of these filters. Boop. That's only slightly better. Okay, well, either way, I want to have this conversation. So, okay, self-care. huge topic right now, and everyone says like, "Oh, take care of yourself during the pandemic." And in my line of work, where this has come up a lot, is people, normal everyday people like us, and people who are parents are constantly being told that you have to take care of yourself. What is the exact phrase? Caretaker self-care. And I often hear about this only in shorthand. And so people discuss it by saying, "Oh, self-care, take a bubble bath." Okay. But what people really are talking about is self-soothing, almost always. So, what is the difference? And why is it important? Oh, I need to be in dark mode. Sorry, I took a couple notes, so I'm going to read from that a little bit, just because I want to really be thoughtful about what I'm saying, because I do want to preface it with, I'm not a therapist, I'm not any kind of expert. It's just I've sat through a million trainings, and I was actually just talking to someone the other day, and they said sometimes it's better to not talk with an expert because you learn new things about these conversations. And when you get into self-care and self-soothing, there is a mental health component to that conversation. So that's why I want to just be clear. It's not my profession. It's not my degree. It's not what I do. But it's something that I've been exploring and learning about. And sometimes new people exploring and learning can find a passion and also find a common ground for, for people to talk about these things. So happy to talk about it. I'm going to try to move the screen around so I can see the chat, if there is any chat. I won't. Let's see. There we go. I have two things on my screen at once. Oh, I did, and then I clicked the wrong button. That's interesting. So I really miss Windows 98 SE. All right, I'm gonna keep dating myself. Okay, there we go. Now I can see the chat. So feel free to pop in. It's important when you talk about self-care to talk about the difference between self-care and self-soothing. Now, stick with me. Somebody just left. So here's what I want to say. You're tired of hearing self-care, self-care, self-care. If you are in any way struggling or finding challenge with what's been going on, or just life in general, which I think is literally everybody, then it is important to understand what these terms mean, because people say them all the time. Professionals say them all the time. Therapists. I actually printed out this document that I am going to just talk about a little bit. This is the Surgeon General from California. Yes, I printed it out. So this idea of self-care is one of those kind of woo-woo terms that everybody uses and it means nothing. And it's also very serious and very important. And that sometimes makes this conversation more challenging. So here's what I'll say. Self-care is really needs to be separated from self-soothing. So self-soothing is a way to take the pressure off, take off the stress in the short term. It's what you can do right now to resolve these emotional feelings or these physical feelings that you have. I will give you a perfectly great example of something I've been doing for the last hour and 41 minutes, which is drinking coffee. Drinking coffee is self-soothing. it addresses my needs in an immediate way. Drinking coffee by itself is not inherently good or bad. Maybe I feel like it gives me a little more energy, or maybe it's part of a routine. In a way, if it is part of a mindful routine, mindful, there's another hot button word, then maybe it is self-care. Now, to contrast that to the water, water is often considered self-care. So what's the difference? Self-soothing is a way to resolve immediately the needs that you have. And self-care is about, the easiest way to look at it is improving yourself as a person, setting you up to be better than you are today. And that's how you can look at that. So back to self-soothing, and where the importance of separating these terms can be is self-soothing can also be negative. For example, let's say you're having a really tough day, and now you just need that glass of wine. And if that in that point in time is not appropriate for your life, or that's something that you're struggling with, outside of that moment as well, that glass of wine is not something that's going to help you in that moment. It can be, but right, and you know who you are if that's something that you should or shouldn't be doing. There's also something like zoning out to Netflix, right? That's perfectly fine. You're dealing with something, you're struggling with something, and you just need 30 minutes to take a break and watch some TV. Yes, for sure. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, if it's hour 6 and you're not taking care of your life and doing the things you need to do, you're now moving into kind of more destructive behaviors. So the goal of self-soothing is to resolve that heightened emotional state you're in. It's to resolve your immediate needs, like, I need to drink coffee so I wake up and I feel like I have more energy, or I just love the smell, something like that. Like, and those are not good or bad things on their own. It's how they impact your life. That's self-soothing. Self-care is about building resiliency, right? So again, it's a silly example, but drinking water. Why do you drink water? You will be dehydrated, and your quality of life and your health will go down. So I'm going to talk a little bit. I'm going to read a little bit from this Surgeon General. I'll post it. I don't know how to post these things. So let's say, here we go. I have no idea if this is going to work. I'm going to post this link in the chat now, and then in my limited understanding of how this works is if you're watching this in the future, then you can also get this. Okay. So this talks about, now that I've separated the terms, that's why you hear people saying, you got to do self-care, you got to do self-care. And then they give examples that are often not self-care. What self-care is about building your long-term health. It's a long-term way of taking care of yourself. It's things that you can do in the moment that will help you both in the moment and in the future. For example, directly from this document here from actual professionals, physical activity, right? You'll notice some things that have been a challenge for the last year and a half, 2 years. Well, since March 2020, let's put it that way. Physical activity. That doesn't mean you have to be a marathon runner. That might mean just getting up and walking around. I have a friend of mine who we were just having this discussion a couple weeks ago about how he's still hitting his 10,000 steps. And sometimes that's just getting up from his desk and walking around the house. And that might seem really silly, but that is amazing. And that's something personally definitely should have been doing. The working at a desk all day kind of has its challenges. Now, also an overly physical job has its challenges too. So, physical activity, healthy physical activity, riding a bike, walking around the block, walking around your house if you have no other options, taking your dogs for a walk, popping on some YouTube video about how to exercise. There's probably some exercise streams on Twitch. Check those out. Do anything you can to get moving. Quality sleep. This is one of those things. If you are like me, sleep has never been a priority. But this is what is meant by self-care. You can look at the research, you can look at all the science, whatever, but that you will do better with more sleep. That is a fact. And so people tell you, oh, you gotta take care of yourself, you gotta take care of yourself. Yeah, quality sleep. Your response to me, a perfectly valid response. Nobody has said this in the chat, but this is something that I've probably said to people. I don't have time. I don't have 8 hours to set aside for sleep. Now, maybe it's not 8 hours for you. Maybe it's 7. Maybe it's 9. But when it's 3 or 4, that is a huge problem. And that will be a detriment to that next day, but also your long-term success. So again, reading from the Surgeon General of California's documents, balanced nutrition. This is something we all struggle with. I think I don't want to get into a conversation about diets and overeating and like, oh, you have to do keto or all of that. That's can be a whole conversation by itself, probably hours long. I think the general advice of balanced nutrition about eating plants, not exclusively, I'm not here to tell you what to eat, but that's always going to be good advice. If you're not getting your fruits and vegetables, you're not getting your micronutrients. And you need that. You need that balance. So this also doesn't mean go on some crazy extreme diet and, starve yourself. It's really a balanced nutrition. And you could go into the actual details here of that. Okay, here we go. Right away. This is not about losing weight. This is about ensuring you're getting your proper nutrition to help combat stress. Yes, that's exactly what it's about. If your body doesn't have the magnesium or the copper or the protein, right, macronutrients, if it doesn't have that available for you, you're not going to be successful. So I do want to wrap this up because like I said, I'm not really an expert on this, but I really wanted to talk about the difference between self-soothing and self-care. And when you hear people talk about, oh, self-care, I want you to pause, listen to it for a second. I mean, the person talking might be horribly wrong, but also recognize the difference between self-soothing and self-care. And one other thing, and this is very important. I heard this, probably a couple years ago, but it's about having a plan. Having a plan for self-soothing or self-care. Putting that plan in place will make you 1,000 times more successful. 1,000 times is not scientific. What do I mean? Let's say you're going to... Let me give you an example. I want to give a realistic example. So let's say you're going to go into your boss's office tomorrow and you're going to ask for a raise, right? And let's say demand a raise. This is a high stress environment. This is not some cordial conversation. This is a challenge. And maybe you're not super happy in the workplace. This is not my situation, just for the record. Love my supervisor. So Just shout out. But if you're going to go into that stressful situation and you know that, you have to have a plan. Self-care and self-soothing, right? I keep kind of indicating that self-soothing is not the best. I don't mean to put it down. It is important to resolve those feelings in the moment in a healthy and constructive way. So, you're going to have a stressful meeting with your supervisor. Get some sleep the night before. Make that a priority. That's right there going to completely change the balance of chemicals in your body to your benefit. Okay? Make sure you are hydrated. Make sure that you had a good dinner, good sleep, and then good breakfast. What do I mean by good, right? Again, I don't want to talk about diets, but obviously waking up and having a ton of sugar is probably not going to be to your benefit. Sorry, having bitrate issues again. I just don't understand their little tooltip here. Sorry. So, okay, you've had the proper nutrition, you've had sleep, you drank some water. I'm going to drink some now. And now you're prepared, right, from a self-care aspect of having that really stressful meeting. After that, prepare more of the self-soothing type of stuff, right? So instead of, no matter how the meeting turns out, right, have your favorite meal planned for dinner. Maybe you prep it beforehand. Maybe you have a partner that can prepare it, but have that ready. And it'll either be a celebration or it'll be a way to kind of resolve those stressful emotions. Have a bubble bath planned, right? And let everybody in the house know at 7 p.m. I'm using the bath tonight because, again, either that's a celebration bath or it's a try to make yourself feel a little bit bath. And that's why the importance of planning for self-care and self-soothing is so important. You need to have the plan in place to be successful. Sorry, checking the chat. So that wraps up, I think, what I wanted to say about self-care versus self-soothing, why it's important that, these buzzwords everyone keeps using and why it's really not something that you should ignore, although it is very annoying the way people talk about it constantly. So let me switch back over to the little camera. Hello. And we're going to get back into this game. I have been not pausing it the whole time, so I don't know if that helps me or hurts me. But let me also update the stream information because I don't want it to say self-care versus self-soothing when I'm not talking about that anymore. If you want to, if you want to pop into the chat, ask questions about that, please do. Because I just, I struggle with, these things as well, much like most of us. But one of the things I struggle with the most is hearing in pop culture, on TV, hearing professionals, like the document that I linked, talk about it, but not really having a great understanding of what it means. And really, to the larger point, and then I will finally stop talking about this, but if you have kids and they're dealing with all the same things you're dealing with, just right at different levels. They have different emotions. They have different behaviors that reflect those emotions. If you're in a better place, you can help them be in a better place. And that's a large part of what this is about. And one of the documents, if you just poke around the Surgeon General website, you're all on the internet, you can figure this out too. There's two documents. There's one about self-care and about caretaking for children, and that really is about taking care of yourself so you can care for others. And the example they use in that document is just like on an airplane, you put your oxygen mask on first to then put it on your child. So that's important to me. And yeah, Mr. Rogers here is a influence, and I do want to kind of talk about that. So next week, let me just next Saturday, the plan. I don't know how this is going to show up on stream here, but How to Train a Wild Elephant. The publisher, I just emailed them, gave me permission to read from it. I'm not going to do a read along, but I do want to take some notes and pull that out. I've heard great things about this from my colleagues. Simple daily mindful practices. Mindfulness is one of the self-care topics. What is mindfulness? You know, people talk about, oh, it's living in the moment. What does that really mean? Sorry, is this... Oh, sorry, my lighting's not great right now. It's driving me nuts. Oh, it's this side. Sorry. And there we go. Okay, so I'll be all done talking about that. There we go. And we're gonna just chill and relax and play this game now. But yeah, if you do have questions, feel free to pop them into the chat. There are 3 of you, and I do appreciate that. My controller stopped working. Okay, let me turn it back on. Hey, there we go. I spent last Monday's stream, I spent 15 minutes just trying to get the controller to work. So perfect. So this game has not given me another quest. So far, I've picked up hitchhikers. I delivered the truck. That was my favorite so far. And I've delivered a passenger. And I didn't love that, because you have to be careful how you treat the passenger. So let me pick up this person. Oh, I'm so glad you can't hit people. Okay, so 5 kilometers. I'm going to make a guess. I really wish... So with deliveries, they show you exactly where it's going, but for passengers, they don't. They'll just tell you how long it is. Wait, is that what this is? Is this telling me where this person's going? It ends there. Well, let's find out. So if that's it, then I guess I will have some kind of information. But I will say I want to get back here. I want to pick up that truck again, and I want to do some pickup truck deliveries, because I think I like that a little bit more. Unless the game gives me another quest. So I'm looking at this little thing down here. It did give me... excuse me. It did give me a quest after every time I finish the other jobs. So, oh, and I didn't have my parking brake on, and this whole time I've been rolling backwards. Interesting. Huh. And I don't remember. So let's go cancel. Watch this. Let's see. Wrong button. No, okay, so the little yellow dots to the same place, even though this is a different person. So that's probably not where they're going. But let's find out. The distance makes me think it's probably the other side of the island, because there's only so much. Yeah, so I don't know what that yellow line is, but it's not this job. So yeah, it's back here. So far, every job has been start down here, go up here. Go up here to down here. And it's just a lot of that back and forth. I'm not complaining yet about that. First of all, this game is in early access. But I will say I would like a little more variety. So after I drop this person off, I'm gonna pick the truck back up. I think I enjoyed doing the pickup truck deliveries a lot more. and then we'll see. Okay, so let me just... Okay, so this one has quite a few turns. You know, when you pause the game, you keep driving, so that's actually not a pause. This is a pause. This is looking at the map. So I guess we can consider that the equivalency of like looking at your phone. So it's like this. It's like, oh, let me just look at my phone real quick. Oh, driving off the road. Oh, just like a real phone. What? I switched to first person view on accident? Ah! That's terrifying. That guy almost hit me. I have no idea how I did this because I was actually, to make a joke, I was actually looking at my phone. And so now I have no idea how this happened. So, we're going to try this for a little bit. If you are in the chat... Oh, jeez. Let me know if this gives you motion sickness. I am rather sensitive to that myself. So, we'll see how this goes. I can't play VR, for example. And this is something that's been really exacerbated since a car accident I was in. And it turns out that that is very normal and not good. Normal and bad, just for the record. Oh, look at that. Oh, that was... You know, in first person, that didn't look so bad. But I've done that turn a couple times in third person, so I know that that is probably not great. I'm thinking about editing this video in the future. I don't know. I'm telling you all this, but I like to. Well, I've done it one time, but make a like a highlights video and put that on YouTube. And I don't know if that makes sense for a chill video game stream. Whoa! Oh, I am going 113 kilometers an hour. Which, of course, that converts to miles per hour to a number that I know. And I don't feel the need to share. I think I just got a speed record, but it didn't say anything. Wait, Oh, no! Okay, so... Okay, so right bumper is change cameras. But left bumper resets camera? Oh, look at this. The interior of the car goes away. Wow. Wouldn't that help you drive in real life? If you're a driver, which I would assume would be anybody watching my stream has the ability to drive, but maybe not. Maybe you live in a place where you don't drive. But if you've ever checked your blind spot, driving off the road, if you ever checked your blind spot and you just see car, it's not great. Do I even have a passenger? Oh, shoot. I do. Okay, but they go invisible. So that's interesting. This passenger doesn't have a comfort meter, and they don't have a little head tilt indicator. So I wonder if some passengers care and others don't, or if that is just a UI issue. Either I changed a setting or it's a glitch. I don't know. But we're going to find out when we drop them off if they give me a comfort rating. Now that I think about it, the other passenger specifically required comfort mode, which is what I'm driving in anyways. And this one didn't say anything. This was just distance and money. So we'll see when we drop them off. That's interesting. Okay. Oh, no, that's another passenger. Hope you're enjoying the royalty-free music in the background. Oh, actually, sorry, let me turn that back up. Because I turned it down for a little chat. And it should decrease in volume when I... Ooh, excuse me. It should decrease in volume when I'm talking anyways. As if listening to me would be more important. I don't know. That's the setting. You tell me. This is just really about a chill stream. We already had our conversation about self-care versus self-soothing. Feel free to go back. Or feel free to ask me questions in chat.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so they still take 31%. It seems like about the same dollar amount. I did level up to taxi level 2 for whatever that's worth. Eventually, what it told me before in this little tooltip is it's higher level required. Let me set up a little straighter here. Higher level required to drive premium taxis. So, okay. I don't know. That's interesting. So now it's telling me the next taxi fare is right up ahead. I don't want to keep driving the taxi, so where did I pick it up? The good thing about this map is it is rather small, and even though they just send you back and forth to the same place, look at this. I found where the taxi goes. Do I park the taxi in there, or... I don't actually know. Let's see, excuse me. Oh, there we go. That's the problem with wearing earbuds. If anybody wants to tell me how to play sound through the speakers and have it not be a horrible echo, you just let me know. I'm going for it. So we're gonna pick up a little speed and boom! Yeah, there we go. Respawn taxi. Or spawn taxi. Oh. No, I want to be done with the taxi. How do I just be done with the taxi? Am I just done with the taxi? That's it? Okay, I guess I pay per ride, so you can teleport to your house. Okay. I don't want to do that. My house is right there. So, let's... Okay. I think... I really don't know why this is yellow. I don't know if that's some kind of traffic indicator, because that's also like a path indicator. But we're going to pick up another truck. Let's, yeah. Oh, alright, I don't know how to set a waypoint. Okay, where am I? I am here, so I'm gonna go up and turn right. As far as I know, there's no way to sprint, so... Whoa. Okay, when you're not in a car, it doesn't tell you what the person is. So is this a hitchhiker, or is that a person looking for a taxi? Don't know. Don't know. All right, this is not the most exciting here, but we're going to... We're going to go up. And... Okay, so this pickup, it's highlighted, which, and I know I can. Oh, sorry. Let me. How do I link my channel? Sorry, I have I have someone asking for the link, and I don't know how to do that real time. That's funny. All right, well, they'll just have to. All right, well. Oh, here it is. They'll just have to. Sorry about that. I'm gonna mute that. I'm watching myself on my mobile phone. Okay, let's see if that works. Okay, there we go. Okay, sorry about that interruption there. So I have driven this pickup truck and it works. And this is also indicating by that little icon that I can. So let's see. So is this... Okay, required truck level 2. Okay, so it tells you once... There's no way this is required truck level 5. That's an interesting idea because that is a smaller normal truck. I wonder if the owner would indicate that they don't want less experienced people driving it. Okay, so let's... Oh, no, we're not going to summon a vehicle. We're going to drive this pickup truck and we're going to do some deliveries. So far in this game, I think deliveries have been my favorite thing. Didn't really enjoy the hitchhikers. Also, it seems kind of dangerous to promote that. Oh, hello. Welcome, new viewers. This is a chill, relaxing driving simulator game where we listen to some driving music. And then I'm going to turn down a little. I don't know what it sounds like to you, but it's quite loud to me. And currently we're doing deliveries. So you missed the whole conversation about self-care, though. So you'll have to go back and watch that. So the great thing about this is that actually, unlike the taxi, it shows you exactly where it's going. So I don't want to go to any of those places. Yeah, I want to do just kind of local. This one's kind of close. This is a rest stop. You know what? I'll take that. And I won't take it. Oh, 500 kilograms. I don't know what mine can take, but not that. Interesting. It might just be a space thing. Pallet A? No. Pallet B? Yes. Interesting. You've been playing it lots lately. That's wonderful to hear. If you, Jugs Judy, great name. If you have any tips, you just let me know. So far, I've tried the picking people up. That was literally the first question. Hitchhikers, it's fine. Taxis, I don't like the taxis because it doesn't tell you where they go. And the truck delivery, I've been playing this game for 2 hours total. That, so far, has been my favorite thing. Pallet A is for flatbeds or bigger trucks. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, if you look at it here, this is clearly too big. So box pallet A. B fits fine. All right, good to know. I like that the jobs are constantly cycling, too. So let's go somewhere Okay, my computer the lights just turned on. That's weird. That is strange. Busing in Jeju, sorry, I don't know how to pronounce this, I'm very sorry, is very good for starting. Well, if I don't take a tip from chat, then what am I doing with my life? Okay, so that's up here, so busing. Okay, well let's, great, let's take a delivery up there. And then we'll... Oh, great, oh, I can do multiple. Alright, so we'll take a delivery up there, and then we will go. That sounds great. Delivery is good. Delivery is best for money making in the long run. You know what? I want to try busing because I haven't done it yet, so that sounds great. So I'll do this delivery and then I'll do bus. I do greatly appreciate the help in chat. I'm not even that great of a gamer generally, so I have no idea how important it is to strap something like this down. If this were my like real life cargo, I probably wouldn't bother because it fits pretty well. Okay, so I have... Can I do this? I just discovered that I can jump recently. Oh, look at that! Gravity is not a thing. Okay, so 5 out of 6 are strapped. If this were real life, that would work just fine. Although, they're not strapped to anything, so... Alright, let's figure out the best path to the airport. Okay, I agree. Driving up this mountain road is horrible. Airport? Am I going to the airport? I don't know where I said airport. And then I'm going to try busing. That sounds great. Based on how I drive, though, I am a little nervous that I'm going to be quite horrible at it. But maybe by then I'll be level 5. What will level 5 bring me? I have no idea. But we're going to try it. So I did, just for those of you who have just joined, I did try the first-person camera. It made me a little sick. And I drove off the road a lot more, which is saying something. So I'm going to keep it in third person here. And there is an autopilot option for those of you who haven't played. And autopilot is not autopilot, it's cruise control. So much like the autopilots we currently have in modern vehicles that call themselves autopilot, if you're not paying attention, you will still get into an accident. So speaking of that, I'm going to turn off cruise control. Oh, wait, no, this is autopilot? Was I wrong? There is an autopilot option. Oh, this is embarrassing. So you can just... Okay, let's see what this does with this turn. Okay. It turned on the blinker? Wow. That... The whole purpose of playing in this game was a chill game where we could chat about 40 minutes ago, 50 minutes ago. We had a little conversation about the difference between self-care and self-soothing. I had no idea that I could turn on autopilot. I tried to do this earlier and it was just cruise control. So I was making fun of it, and here we are. I'm just sipping my coffee, and the game's playing itself. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but it sure does help when I want to drink some coffee. And just for the record, this is the water, and this is the coffee. The inspiration for the stream is Mr. Rogers. Hey, actually, speaking of that, I could drop a little Mr. Rogers helpful tip here. Here we go. So these are what they call lunch notes. So you rip this off and you drop it like in your kids, lunch. Whoa! Did you see that bus? Oh my god, the bus flipped! Hold on, we'll get back to these lunch notes. Let's. What? Whoa, whoa. Okay. Oh, this is like GTA right here. Okay, turn off autopilot. What? Oh, pull over. So autopilot doesn't handle emergencies well. All right. I wanna see what's going on here. This is the most exciting thing that's happened this whole game. So this bus. Okay, so this individual here stole this bus, and look at these tire marks. They screeched through traffic, and the police officer pulled them over and then immediately gave up. So that's interesting. This guy, he's road raging now. He's not putting up with it. Wow. There's a whole story developing here. And for some reason, this bus driver, although he clearly stole this bus and there are no passengers, which is safe, safer than it being full of passengers, he also doesn't want to damage this car in his getaway. Huh. Oh, I should look before I run into traffic. I don't know if it's that kind of game, but I don't want to find out. All right, so there we go. I really thought the police might do something there, but they did not. Yeah, so the Jokes Judy in chat. That's what you like to do if you have a long truck drive. Throw it on and grab a drink or something. Yeah, earlier I paused to go refill my coffee, and I did not need to, and I did not look into traffic. So they're just gonna have their little standoff there, and somebody will pull over, record, and then pop that onto YouTube. So we can watch that road rage incident later. But for now, we're going to just keep going. So I'm going to drive with autopilot off for right now. I'm going to try to maybe use the game as intended. So when I go to grab a drink, I'll turn on autopilot. And when I'm not, I'll drive. So let's see if that's the right thing to do. Can I... Okay, here's a question. Can I pick up a hitchhiker while doing a delivery? Although, again, just to be clear, don't pick up hitchhikers. Okay, so I think they are this little red dot down here, so I am not going to give them a ride. Sorry. I know I pulled over and you got all excited because clearly you're stranded, but not today. Not today. Oh, indicator. I use my indicators or blinkers or flashers. The game calls it hazard, which that's not right. But I use those about once every delivery. I try not to drive too properly. Just kidding. All right, I'm passing on the right. Even though it's a 2-lane road, I could legally pass on the left. Okay, here we go. Still not used to that. Yeah, see, still got it kind of off. So I was going 30 kilometers per hour on that turn, which is way slower than I would in real life. That being said, I'm horrible at converting metric to American. Okay. The trees. I just kind of wanted to check it out. It's very much within the art style of this game. So Okay. All right, let me drop off this delivery, and then I just can't wait to get the bus. I am so... Oh, excuse me. Almost hit that person. I will be completely honest, though. I am slightly terrified of cup delivery. No, no, no. We're not picking up. We're dropping off. Sorry, wrong spot. Okay, this is a little annoying. There's people. I'm a little nervous about driving a bus, though, considering how bad I am at driving. Okay, so they took 25 of 83. Wow. I'm level 5, though. Yeah, I like the taxi, although I don't like doing the taxi. I like the summary that you get with the taxi. This is a little less information. Okay. Now, we gotta find the bus station. Is that this? Let me actually... Bus job. Oh. Oh. Oh, no. Does this mean Oh, I might not be high enough level to do the bus job. Oh, no. Oh, man. Is this going to turn into a flight simulator, though, where I'll be able to actually go to the airport? House for sale. Guess I should... Ooh, ambulance job. Okay, we're doing it. We're doing the ambulance job. Appreciate the help from the chat, but I cannot do the bus job yet. So for picking up hitchhikers, you get goodwill. I wonder if you get goodwill and money for ambulance? I don't know. I've never been transported in an ambulance, but I can tell you if I were, I would probably appreciate it. Okay, so I want to leave the truck in a proper spot. I mean, I'm not returning it to where it was. I don't know what it's like where you are, but in California, if you park touching the white line, even if you're in the other space, you can get a ticket for parking in a disability spot. So, exit vehicle. Okay. We're doing an ambulance, folks. This seems like they might be in more danger. Okay, flashlight. There we go. Oh, this game gets so dark. The dark is actually dark, and I have the just gamma on my monitor up so high anyways. Let's see. Options. Graphics? Yeah, I don't know. Gameplay. None of those are brightness. Assist? Auto shift. Oh, there we go. That's what I was talking about earlier. But we don't want any of that. Okay. So this is the brightness that the game wants you to have. So be it. Spawn ambulance. I mean, can't I just take these? What would be the drive? So I can take these, or I can spawn it. I guess it's just like the taxi. All right, I'm just going to take this front one because that makes sense to me. What? Interact? Toggle door? Now I'm actually getting excited. Oh no! You need car level 10, your overall level 10, which I'm assuming you will have if you get car level 10. And you need race car level 2. Okay. Considering how bad I am at driving, let's check out race car. So let me get the truck that I'm borrowing back. Oh, I can talk? Okay. That was interesting. So I just left this truck here. I wonder if that means I can just drive it indefinitely, even if I'm not doing pickups. So there is gas, but I have not purchased gas yet in this game. I drove my own vehicle quite a bit. I drove a taxi. I've driven this truck. The truck seems to be ridiculously fuel efficient. So I guess that's why they take 30% off the top, though. I don't know how to set a waypoint, so much like in real life, I'm going to have to be constantly checking my map to... Nope. Oh, wait. Wrong button. Oh, that's on me. That one's on me. There are a lot of bad drivers in this game, and I'm one of them. All right, we're going to get to that racetrack. If they don't let me drive a race car right now, that would actually be very logical, much like not letting me drive an ambulance, because there is no way I'm qualified to drive an ambulance. And the world, it would be a much safer place without me driving an ambulance. Just to be clear, me in this game, me in real life, I could... Well, no, I couldn't drive an ambulance right now, but I could learn how to drive an ambulance. And I guess that's the point of this game. Oh my goodness. I say I can learn how to drive an ambulance as I'm completely missing the road and driving. Oh, there's another. Wait a second. Yeah, as I'm completely driving off road, I'm claiming I can do this. So this is awkward. Okay. Well, I just realized my my human real life body is in the way of the third box there, but it doesn't. There's nothing in it. So this whole time you've been dying with curiosity about what's in that little box every time I'm walking around. Well, it's nothing. It's an empty box that says B. So maybe in the future it will be something. Oh, okay, that's good. Okay, I'm at the docks. Oh, geez, I should probably zoom in. Okay, so I'm going to race at the docks? Boy, I'm really confused how this works. All right. I don't know what happens if I park here. I want to park in a parking spot, right? The whole point of playing this game is to try to be kind of semi-realistic and just really, you know, I haven't hit a single pedestrian, although I did clip into one a little bit, so I guess if it was too realistic, they would have moved. Okay, so based on the layout of this area, there is nowhere to park properly. So I'm going to illegally park in a way that would be least disruptive to business here. So they won't be able to get out if I park there. Here we go. Here we go. That's the back. Boom. making the best of a bad situation. All right, now how do I race? Also, is there a run option? Is this... Have I been running this whole time? Am I not running? I look like I'm running. This is pretty different speed here. Pretty good speed. Okay. Race car. Driving. Usually it's kind of near where the little tooltip is. Or a little icon, rather. In this game. Let's use my mouse. Racetrack. Okay, so this is the track. Tuning shop. Oh. Do I bring my own vehicle to the track and then it starts? I guess we're going to find out. Let me go get my truck. Okay, which way are these spikes pointed? This way. That is a one-way, folks. I do not want to destroy some other person's vehicle. Okay, so that means I go this way. That's a checkpoint. Oh, no, I don't want to do any of this. Okay, how do I... We need a Fallout local map. You keep driving when you're in that menu, and I keep forgetting that I keep running into things. Okay, so this... Okay, that's the start-finish. Okay, so how do I get there without popping these tires? Should I just go for it and see if it pops? It's not my truck. No. We're trying to play realistically here. Okay, here we go. We're going to go to the start and just see if it starts. Oh, here are race vehicles. Okay, let's hop in one and see if this game allows us to do this. Okay, so... Here we go. Fortunately, I can jump out of that. I cannot get in these vehicles. Okay, so this is not a situation where you can just grab a race car like you can. Move to driver's seat. Yeah, there we go. That's a nice little feature. Okay, we're going to the start, and we're going to see what happens. If this doesn't work, then I'm going to do another truck delivery, basically. And we've got about 20 minutes left, so... Oh, here we go. Oh, it's going. Okay, I'm racing. I'm racing. I would say that this is the worst vehicle, but as far as I know, invalid sector? What? What does that mean? Oh, I was doing so good. Well, compared to my personal vehicle that you start this game with, the Stinger, the truck actually drives way better. Invalid sector. Okay, let me go back to the start. And then I'll see. Oh, the tires. Oh. Okay. Those are just for decoration. Oh. Wait, am I supposed to be going this way? Okay, well then... Oh, now... Okay, now I'm at invalid sector. Oh, I am very bad at racing. Okay, alright, well, it's a checkpoint. Okay, so it's still... The timer's still going. I am officially racing. I am a race car driver, and if they pay me at the end of this, which I don't know why they would, then I will be a professional race car driver. I wonder how well autopilot would work on racing. After I do one myself, I'll check that. I mean, it can't be worse. Oh, okay. All right, not to brag, but that was actually kind of amazing. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Oh. Hmm. Okay. I'm in comfort mode. Should I be in sport mode? Yeah, we're going to do it. We're going sport mode. Oh, you can immediately... I don't know if you can hear that on the stream, but you can immediately hear the engine go up quite a bit higher. I started out the game in sport mode and overheated my personal vehicle and almost destroyed it, so I'm going to be a little careful with this, but yeah, these spikes are going the wrong way. That's... Oh, I do get paid. Oh no, I got 100 experience. Okay, sorry. That notification was from my delivery. Okay, so now if I go into autopilot... Oh! Okay. So autopilot doesn't follow the racetrack. Okay. I mean, logically, the fact that autopilot exists in a state that it does in this game, well beyond what we currently have, is not realistic. But even within the game universe, autopilot not working on a racetrack makes a lot of sense. Because why would that work? Oh, I was looking down at the map. Oh, that was bad. Oh, okay. So I don't know if 100 experience driving for a race car is good. And I don't know if it's based on just doing it or it's based on time. Because actually, if you think about it, logically, either would make sense. If it's 100 XP every time you cross the finish line, then the benefit of going faster would be earning that 100 XP in less time. If you get a bonus for faster, that could make sense too, because it would incentivize you to save yourself time and do a better job. Okay, that was... I still hit the checkpoint, but I didn't make the right turn. But maybe that's an optional way of doing it. Did I... Oh my goodness. This is almost the exact same amount of time. That was actually... Somehow that was longer. Okay. So, yes, I got 100 XP. Okay. Alright, let's try to significantly increase it, or I guess decrease it. And either way, I'll be able to tell if it's just a flat 100 every time. And then I'll also check, after I do this one, which will be way faster, then I will also check to see how 100 XP looks in terms of leveling up my race car. I want to become an ambulance driver. That's my goal, but I need level 2 racing and level 10 car. So I think taxi might be the best way. And unfortunately, bus driver is just not an option. I would like to be a bus driver, and it just wasn't an option. What if it's only an option during the day? No. Oh, shoot. Oh, no. I forgot that I was still driving when I look at that menu. Okay, that's pretty fitting. I'm in the harbor. Okay, so good note. I don't die. That's a honk. I don't know how to reset. It says R. Nope, not that one. Not that one. What if I just press R on the keyboard? R on the keyboard, everybody. Okay. Did that cost me money? It did not seem to cost me money. Wow. So that's I lost the race in terms of I'm not still on the race, but that is a very gracious and forgiving mechanic in this game. Is the completely drive into the harbor and no damage to your vehicle, no other penalty of any kind. You can just reset. The only thing is I lost my progress on that lap. Not a big deal. So this is kind of what I was talking about earlier when I was mentioning that even very realistic games or games like The Sims that are trying to balance all of these real life mechanics, there are always gameplay aspects that just have to be modified to make the game playable. Could you imagine, even in this game, what's supposed to be kind of a realistic, fun driving game, a driving simulator, that if you crash into the harbor, like, your life is ruined. Like, you end up in the hospital with a huge bill. The owner of this truck sues you. It's like, this is not the game I signed up for. You can't reset, you can't restart, you can't delete your account. Like, like, this is your life now. So, I do actually very much appreciate that mechanic. So it seems to allow me to go off course a little as long as I still hit that checkpoint. And I think that turn might be a little easier. So I'm level 6 now, so I'm still leveling up just by driving. And my truck level is driving up. And my race car level is driving up. Let's see. Okay, yeah, so that's what I thought. So that was 36... Oh, I did it again. Stop. 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 Interesting. So that's kind of what I was thinking. Let's check their progress here. Your truck level goes up just by driving. Your race level goes up. Oh, they're all 1,000. Well, that makes that easy. Well, that's easy math then. Yeah, okay. So yeah, 100 every time you go. So if you do 10 laps, you're going to level up. So it's to your advantage to do them as quickly as possible, because that will be that'll be that much less time. You know, 10 times 30 seconds, you've saved yourself a few minutes. So okay, well, you know what? I think that we have learned a lot about this game. I want to think about if I'm going to play this again. I might bring this back for another Saturday morning. We'll see. We'll see how. I mean, if people like it. We did have at least one person in the chat say they appreciate it. I'm going to turn down the music. So this is royalty. Actually, I'm just going to close it. This is royalty-free music that you've been hearing in the background from YouTube. They have a library and they allow you to use it, and that's a really great feature. This has a built-in soundtrack. I'll just play a second here. I have no idea if that's royalty free, if they made it for this game. It sounds like they made it for this game. So I would think it's okay. There is also internet radio, and I would really guess that these are not all versions of okay things to listen to, but I don't know. So I went on YouTube Music, and I found ones that I thought met this style of the game. So now, actually, let me just try one more feature before I log out here. I'm going to... Oh, okay, so I did... I'm going to teleport to my house, which I haven't done. So I have to use my mouse. This is not fully controller supported. So, okay, so 100 out of my 2,800. Let's say that seems reasonable. And then, is this my parking spot? Summon a vehicle. So I can pay 300 to summon my vehicle. My vehicle's right there. So I'm actually going to go grab it. I'm going to park it at my house. So I'm actually not quite done. I was wrapping up, but I'm not quite done. So while I'm doing this, I will talk about my kind of plans for this game. My vision of the Saturday morning cartoons stream is to just give people something they can pop on when they're getting ready for their day, getting ready for their weekend. Something that's not a really stressful game. Something that you also don't have to pay a ton of attention to. And for me, this is literally the first time in my life I've ever intentionally played a game that's like chill. So the parking's a little fiddly though, I will say. Parking space. Park. Do you want to park here? Okay. You have a damaged vehicle. That doesn't surprise me. Okay, so that's what those indicators are. Oh! So those indicators are the damage. Wow. Okay. Wow, I really messed this vehicle up then if orange and yellow are what they are in most games. Exit vehicle. The other purpose of the Saturday morning kind of cartoon chill stream is to give us a chance to also chat about larger kind of issues and overall wellness, something to get you stoked for your day. And right around the halfway mark, about an hour and 40 minutes into this stream or so, if you're watching this back, and I might cut out the setting up part, but I did talk about the difference between self-care and self-soothing. I linked a resource from the California Surgeon General that I actually find really useful. And one very important thing about that is right now, with the heightened stress, everything that's going on, and I've also talked to some parents who are kind of worried about schools closing again. What that means, this is not a stream about the world and the politics and anything that's going on with any kind of virus, but this is a stream about taking care of yourself. So if you can come here on Saturday, chill and relax, learn a little bit about what the self-care is. Next week, I am going to talk about how to train a wild elephant and other adventures in mindfulness. What is mindfulness? I think my goal is to hit upon these buzzwords like self-care and mindfulness and things that you're tired of hearing about, and look at it from a amateur's perspective of learning what they really are. So not the pop culture perspective, but really kind of diving in and trying to understand it. I'm trying to understand it. I want you to understand it. And I will also note that when you have good health, good mental health, and you've set yourself up for success, you'll be able to help others as well. And that is the very first. So Mr. Rogers' lunch notes. I teased this earlier and then I crashed the truck. The idea of this, you rip this off and you pop it in the lunchbox of your kid, your partner, a friend, drop it at their house if you want. And the first one says, real strength has to do with helping others. I don't, I don't necessarily disagree. You also need to make sure that you're in a good place so you can help others. So in a way that fits, that's just the top one. It kind of fits with the conversation we had in the middle of the stream here. So the people in your life supporting you and that you're supporting, they need you to be good and they need you to be healthy. So help them, help yourself, and that's a message of the stream. So I'm going to exit here, and I'm gonna turn this off. I'm gonna do a little full screen where I'm popping over. So this has been Speak of the Joker. Thank you for joining me. Really appreciate those of you who popped in the chat and participated and also kind of helped me figure out the game a little more. And I will see you on Monday, where I'll be playing just some popular fun game that I want to try or want to finish, like I did last Monday. I finished Horizon Zero Dawn. And then I'll see you again on Saturday, where we play another chill stream. Maybe I play this game again. If I can't find a game that's interesting, I want to get a little farther on this game and see how that works. So thank you very much.